And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome on into the Dragon's Den. My name's Digital Dragon. Hey, Luke. I'm a 3D printing variety streamer here on Twitch. You may say, well, what the heck's a 3D printing variety stream? Well, it means we do everything from doing some unboxing and assembling of printers to doing full up printer builds to doing some prototyping, such as our Mercury's or our Zero G Mercury 1, which was a full frame up build from scratch for a beta test, to a TradRack prototype, to prototype testing or beta testing of the next G Hot-End for Fetus. Kind of what we do here. Welcome on in, everybody. See, who do we have this morning? We got Mr. Wizik, Shadell, Moji, welcome on in. Danny Bar, welcome in. Westery Sis, what's up? Warren Da Vinci, Timor, Zombie, welcome on in, everybody. Chris, too, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Glad to have you here. So, I got to start off the stream with just some public service announcements. This is probably going to be the shortest Saturday stream I have ever done, barring technical difficulty. Okay. My parents called me last night, kind of surprised me that they are coming over today. They want to go to the local, they want to go to my local nursery, and they want to take me and my wife out for lunch. They missed our wedding anniversary. And I said, well, that's nice. I missed my wedding anniversary too because, well, Mrs. Dragon was driving somewhere. I think at that point she was around St. Louis. So, yeah, we're going to have a short stream today. I'm streaming until they get here, maybe a little bit longer, and then going to call it done because, you know, I tell them I stream. They know I stream on Saturdays. They want to take me to lunch, but they're going to be here at like 10:30. Makes no sense. But okay. Well, welcome on in, everybody. Yeah, only 4 hours. You never know. I might pop back in later today after they leave. We will see. So we're gonna kind of play it like a little bit of a grab bag this morning. Sorry, my something's tickling my nose. Probably the allergies from going and feeding the neighbor's cats this. Exactly. Parents don't care. They just do whatever. So. Good morning, shenanigans. Welcome on in. Come on in. And she's not here yet. Hopefully, she gets here before I have to drop. But we are wearing the Pez Liz merch that did come in a couple days ago. Got one for both me and Mrs. Dragon. And I believe my Pez Liz coffee cup is showing up sometime today. So for now, we've got the Digital Dragon coffee mug. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well. So a couple of things that I wanted to do today, and we talked about this on stream before, is just kind of do a status update. You may notice that there's some PolyDryer storage boxes here. So these are kind of all of my control boxes right here. So these have just had the desiccant, the box set up with the desiccant and filament spools put in them. Okay. So these three right here are, this is the Polymaker Lime. We're sitting at 32%. They all started about 44. These two here are some fusion filaments. Once again, 30%. And 32%. I did have this one open earlier today because I'm trying to re-spool it. If you guys have any suggestions for re-spooling jigs or what have you, to more easily re-spool from, we're going to call them oversized spools that do not work with the AMS, to the Bamboo Labs spools, please let me know. Send me a DM on Discord. throw it in chat right now because the Polymaker spools go in there. I just have to put the little rings on them. That's no big deal. That's what I've been doing for the PLA that I've been printing. The Fusion filament spools are too wide. They do fit in the slot, but they will not roll. So I do have to re-spool these. I re-spooled a bit of the nanotube gray because this is just an accent color. I didn't do a huge bunch of it. I just wanted to kind of test it out on a couple prints. And then the deuterium, or the electrolytic deuterium, is going to be like, I'm going to need the whole spool. So I did get the 3D print SOS mugs. I got the one that says I print it, and hey, Pez Liz. Yep, we got the Pez Liz shirt here. Apparently, I have a package from Colorway arriving today, which is probably going to be a Pez Liz mug as well. I got several packages arriving today, several more that are arriving on Monday. The Dragon Den is even more of a mess because I got in a bunch of bamboo filament that I ordered to try out. And myself, Mrs. Dragon, and Evil Diesel went and paid a visit to EPAX 3D yesterday. And let's just say we came back with some filament. And we're going to be working on it. But yeah, we're going to be working on that relationship. And it sounds like there's a good possibility that they're going to be at Midwest Rep Rat Fest and 3D Printopia. So if you're looking for some good filament, and they do have the plastic spools, they're the clear, where we just grab one of the spools out of the box over here. So they do have clear plastic spools, and those clear plastic spools, whoops, these clear plastic spools work perfect in the AMS because I was watching them print on one of their bamboos out of an AMS spool. So yeah, they sell Fast PLA and Pet G. They do have some silks. They did mention that if I needed a specific color that they don't have, to get them the color, and they will try and make it. So yeah, this is a local company that I didn't find out about until Rocky Mountain. But we came home with like a dozen spools of filament, so we're going to run some of that and check it out. I haven't done the double barrel mod yet for that Fader did, but I'm going to give it a shot. Good morning, Bexy Beans. How are you? How are you? So this spool here, this is a spool of Fadis AE worthy ASA glass filled. This is the first box that I built. And for whatever reason, this one dropped down. We're at 11% on this. This has never been on the dryer. This has just been in the box. So I don't know if the reason that this is getting down so much more, I was going to say, is because it doesn't have a, a cardboard spool like the Polymaker. But then these are plastic spools, so that argument, I don't know why this one's getting down so low, unless it started out lower than all the others. The only thing I can think of. Yes, Bexy, I got the Pez Liz shirt. I got one, and Mrs. Dragon got one. And like I said, I do have a package coming in from Colorway, which is normally where all of my cups are coming from. So I should have a Pez Liz mug later today. This is my Digital Dragon cup. I've got one on there with the Digital Dragon and one with just the Dragon image itself without the Digital Dragon 72 on it. So I do have my own merch. I just like to wear other people's merch as well. Show the love, grow the community. So this other box here, this is going to be the interesting experiment. I want to kind of keep these two as they are for a while and see how they go. The AE Worthy glass-filled ASA, that is going to be used for the LDO Motors Millennium Mill Milo kit. So we don't have to start printing that just yet. It hasn't arrived. I was trying to print with the electrolytic deuterium and the nano gray to start printing the parts for the Rook 2020 kit for tugboat 3D printing. And then we will need to use the Limebot green and some more of the nano gray, or sorry, not the Limebot green, the Polymaker Lime ASA or ABS? ABS and the nanotubes gray for the BZBot build that will start soon. Okay, so this is the other one. This is the Polymaker Co-PA. So this is a PA6 PA12 blend. So it's a nylon blend. So you get all the strength of the nylon with better printability and less warping and hygroscopic effect that you would get with just a straight PA6 nylon blend or PA6 nylon. I did run this on the dryer for 24-hour cycle and then took it off and sealed it up. And this particular box is sitting at 15%. So what we want to do is check this out over time and see how well this stays and keeps at 15%. And just check it out. So this will show up in streams as we go along, just to status check and see how well this box keeps the relative humidity in the box at a low enough level so that we're not absorbing more moisture into our more hygroscopic filaments like our nylon. Okay, so yeah, so what you need to do, Bexy, is tell us what your, I'll say, your standard American shirt sizing might be, and then I don't know, go up to Midwest Rep Rat Festival or IRF, and you may just be able to pick them up and throw them in your luggage on your way back. Just saying, it's an option. It's an option. So one of the other things that just showed up yesterday is my Alien box. Apparently still had some of the older Alien boxes because they did move away from these boxes and went to, he was moving away from these boxes and going to less expensive box material, but with tape that has his logo on it. And that's just, you know, cost savings measure. It was less expensive to get the tape that matches his logo than the entire box. But this is really cool. We get some good samples in here. Let's see what we've got. We've got a Cinnamon Toast Crunch soft baked cookies with Cinnadust. So snacks are always good, right? We don't talk about Bexy at Murph yet. Well, I'm just saying, if you want something, you can come and we can bring you stuff. If you can't make it, you can't make it. No worries. Maybe we get a care package together and ship you one big box rather than a little box. So it looks like we have some female to female, female to male jumpers for the project, whatever that project's going to be. I haven't looked at the website, but I can tell you it's going to involve a motor and quite a few sensors. There's all of our package of electronics, gubbins, sensors, doodads. There's a little the 5-volt version of the motors like they used on the baby belt originally. And then, ooh, look at this. We also get a inexpensive set of digital calipers. So got another set of these. And then for our filaments, we've got printed solid Soul Black glitter PLA. Probably take these out of the bag so you can see them a little bit better. Let me do that. So there's the Soul Black glitter. There's a little bit of flake in it, not a lot. This looks really, really good. I do like the printed solid Soul Black glitters. Oh yeah, I love when we get snackies. We got printed solid purple ice PLA. So this would be, have a little bit of a translucence to it. So you would see like your infill pattern in here. So this would be a good one to do a really cool infill pattern with. Or to have, do a print that will light up. We've got a printed solid vanilla bean ice cream. So this comes out as almost like a marble with the flake in it. My lighting situation sucks, but it's got a little bit of a flake. If you've ever looked at vanilla bean ice cream, you get a little bit of the vanilla bean that's been ground up in there. So this comes out like a little bit of a marble. Once again, comes out really, really nice. One has not discussed Murph with his lordship yet. Oh God, Bexy, do not even give that boy a bigger head than he already has. Exactly. Perfect for lightsabers. Like I said, anything that you're going to run a light in, the ices come out really well. Moon Blue PLA. I don't think I have ever seen this one. This is not a translucent, but this is a kind of a shinier PLA. Curious to see how this one prints because I love blue. I love me a blue. Blue is my favorite color. And this looks like it's going to come out shiny. And if you know me, you'll know that one of the things that I will do is I collect a lot of these samples throughout the year. And then I go through and I use these to print out a lot of my Toys for Tots. That gets me a lot of variety in my Toys for Tots prints. It's just by using the samples that come from my Alien 3D box. And you really get a chance to print a bunch of different material that you're not used to printing with. Yes, I can turn on the other camera. Right one? That's the right one. You get to see a talking head down in the bottom corner. We do have an ad break that's going to start in about a minute. Your very first filament a year before you had a printer. So is that a filament that you won then, Teslas, or one that you bought even before you had a printer? Well, and that's the thing, Bexy. It's interesting because you'll sit down and you'll start going through and learning things about 3D printing and printers and all the cool things that you can make and build with a 3D printer. And then out of the blue, you'll be like, you know, I've got this cosplay piece that would be really great to, you know, because you can find cosplay pieces, whether it's a specific piece of jewelry or something for one of your princess cosplays, or excuse me, your one of your daily dresses. Because I keep forgetting you're just the princess. It's not a cosplay. Everybody thinks it is, but it's not. Thank you, Bexy, um, for the subscribe. I appreciate that. Hopefully, just in time to not get the ad. The big head comment cracked you up. I bet it did. I bet it did. Blue Moon, Light Blood, Red Sparkle, and Ice Cream. David sent me filament to test shipping from printed solid to Canada. Well, there you go. And apparently that shipping worked out well because they ship to Canada now. So thank you for the follow, Robocoat or Robcoat. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining. So this is not a normal Saturday stream. Normally on Saturday, we'd have a printer up here and we would be like knee deep into something on a build right now. Oh yes, there is sparkly filament. There is sparkly filament. So we've got all kinds of metallics. We've got, give me a second here. Got things like silk gold. Like where is it at? And many things. Pez Liz will be your girl for all the filaments, Bexy. Definitely Pez Liz will be your girl for all the filaments. But we've got things like this is the Capricorn Tubes Firefly Blue. And when you look at this, you'll say like, how is that blue? Believe it or not, when you hit this with light, it lights up like fireflies at night. And there's a firefly blue and a firefly purple. I don't know if they have any other colors, but I know there's a blue and a purple. So this print's almost like a clear, but like I said, when you hit it with a light, all of the little flakes that they add in it light up in a blue. And it just becomes really pretty. So this is really good for doing like figurines and stuff that you're going to put like a tea light underneath. So yeah, that happens, Robcott. Don't dare look at Capricorn or Protopasta fillets. Exactly. So Protopasta has a perfect color that is so incredibly amazing. If my sister from another mister is here, Western, she'll tell you. It's called Blood of My Enemies. And it is the most gorgeous red. I've also had, I think it was like a candy apple red from Protopasta that looked beautiful as well. But this is Polymaker, and this is their silk gold. And so this is what I've been using to print my coins with. And depending on your silks, depending on how hot you print them, depends on whether they're a little more muted or a little more shiny. So you can get them kind of matte or shiny, depending on how fast and how hot you print them. Oh no. There's no trying not to. Just look at them, Bexy. It is awesome. There are so many cool colors. And you're over in the UK, which means you're over there in well, at least closer to Prusa land than most of us. So go take a look at the Prusament um, by, once again, prusa3d.com, and go look at their Prusament filaments, and you'll see that they've got some really pretty glitter colors. And yeah, well, it's kind of like you've got to do a major bulk order from Prusament in order to make the shipping worth it, because it comes out of the Czech Republic. Was it Prague in the Czech Republic? But now Printed Solid is selling some Prusament as well, so we can get it in the States a little bit easier. But yeah, Blood of My Enemies is a beautiful red. I think give me 1 second. I'm going to go downstairs and grab, I think there's a filament downstairs. Oh no, I'll drop it. Okay, so apologies. Apparently it's not downstairs. Now I got to figure out where it's at. But it's a Sorcerer's Red by Polymaker, and interestingly enough, it was not released in the United States. It was released in conjunction with a gaming company in Australia for the release of a game, and I managed to get somebody had one shipped to them from a buddy, and then I got traded that, and I can't find it, so I'm sorry. But if you've seen the picture of our Death Racer with the dragon's head, that dragon's head is printed in that Sorcerer's Red. So it's pretty nice. Is this a digital dragon or an imprinted color? You know what? It is a digital dragon stream, but Digital Dragon is dealing with his parents surprising him, wanting to stop by this morning. So they let me know at 9 that they were on their way. Which means they should be here anytime now. And because they want to take us to lunch for our anniversary last week. So our anniversary, me and Mrs. Dragon's wedding anniversary, April. So she was still on the road driving home, and let me flip back over here. So she was still on the road driving home, and we didn't have a chance. We haven't had a chance since she got back to do any, anything for our anniversary just yet. So my parents decided they wanted to come over and take us to lunch. So we're going to have a short stream today. That's why I'm not putting BlackBox up here. So a couple of things that we've done recently for BlackBox is, thanks to Steve Builds, I have printed some TPU feet. Going to be the bottom. These TPU feet will lock into the printed parts and secure, I believe, with a M4x6 screw. M4x6 and 4x8, whichever one you have. So I will have some rubber feet to finally put on BlackBox. And then some of the things that are coming in over the next few days is parts for the tube hot end and the Tocado hot end that I traded printers for at Rocky Mountain Rep Festival. Yes, Bexy Beans, you went and did the thing and looked at the Capricorn, didn't you? Yep. So Yes, Capricorn does have some really nice filament. Um, I'm still trying to tune a good profile for their Firefly. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just same thing with some silks. Is I'll start having problems with silks. It looks almost like we have a clog, but it's not a clog. It's a it has retracted and it's generated a blob at the tip, so it can't get pushed back into the nozzle. So it's just I need to change my retraction settings on the silk, but standard PLA works just fine. Um, and it's just one of the things. So a silk print, didn't even think, I never go and grab any of these. So this is Geralt from The Witcher in that silk gold, to give you an idea. Print's very nice. Get a lot of the good detail out of it. And it makes really shinies. Like, hey, Free Heathen, how's it going? Nice color for bolters, could be. You're a princess, okay? I can't help it. I already painted my nails sparkly blue and pink today, so I'm in sparkle mood. There you go. Really? That's what you're gonna go with, right? That's what you're gonna go with. So Bexy, I think I need to send this to you so that you can have it in your place whenever Free Heathen comes to visit. You know, just because he loves his blood angels. I told you I have Bolter over here. It's still in parts. It's kind of buried in the corner. So the Bolter parts. So BZBot, BlackBox, tried at 350, which is hopefully going to go downstairs the next couple of days. And then buried behind there is the Ender XY that I'm going to bring out and do a triple lead screw mod on so it actually prints again. And on there are parts for a bolter that I printed off. And I just need to be able to dig my way back there to get to it again one of these days. Ba ba ba. Yeah, ba ba ba. I gotcha. I gotcha. They made the Firefly because of you or in spite of you? Insert lash fluttering. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now you guys are going to start flirting on stream. Gotcha. Gotcha. So yes, this has been a little bit of a in printing color. We've been talking about the filaments and some of the filament colors that we're going to be using. Here, let me turn these around so you can see some of the colors. This is a nanotube gray, and the deuterium or electrolytic deuterium blue. This is going to be the primary color with some of these as accents for a Rook 2020 parts that I'm going to be printing and a frame that I'm going to cut for Tugboat 3D printing. They picked out this color, and then I was going to use this one as well. The BZBot is going to be Polymaker Lime ABS with the nanotube gray as a secondary color for that build. The whatchamacallit, our Milo build is going to be this Fadus. This is a ASA glass build. This is 10% glass filled filament. This is their blue. And I've got a 10% ABS glass filled black that will be the accent colors for this. So this and a black will make up the Milo colors. And then this just happens to be some Polymaker co-polyester or co-PLA or co-PA. So this is a nylon 612 blend. What? No, purple. You mean like the Ambrosia ASA? This is the Galactic Midnight Meteorite. This is a purple. This is a zombie hedgehog inspired color. Yep, we do have the PolyDryer boxes here. Apparently they gave me, oh, that's nice. So I have a non-resealable package, and then they give me a Ziploc bag to go with it. I never noticed that was in there. Either that or somebody shoved a Ziploc in there. Yeah, I picked this up. This is the first thing I picked up at Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest. Here's another color that I'm wanting to print with here soon. This is Atomic Filaments. This is an ABS, but it's a dark cherry red. I'm trying not to open it up, but I may need to. But this is a dark cherry red. It's a really dark red. That's going to get printed onto something here soon. But yeah. So this one, I had used the co-PLA, or co-PLA, dang it. All right, so Free Heathen. I used the Steel Diesel. I have all the purple. There you go. Never seen this. I have to go. Yeah, May the 4th be with you, by the way, Westery. Yes. Yes, I did not realize that today was May the 4th until like last night when I saw Peasant Stream say the May the 4th Eve or something like that. And I was like, oh God. So. Okay, Bexy. Thank you, Bexy. You're awesome too. They do provide a separate sealable bag. Good. Yeah, that dark red is really, really gorgeous. I had to get it when I got it, or when I was buying some filament from them. I also had their red dwarf, which was used on the Micron build. But like I said, these two are kind of like my controls. So the Fadus Blue up here was the first of the poly dryers that I opened up, or the poly boxes, and I just put the desiccant in there, opened up the new roll of filament, stuck it in there, closed it, and watched it drop down. We've been at like 11% relative humidity in that box since then. This spool of Copier nylon, Free Heathen, this is a nylon 612 blend from Polymaker. I opened this up and I printed a few parts for one of my coworkers that had a Ford Maverick that has, like 3D printed files so that you can build things or print things for like the different cubbies and stuff in the Ford Maverick. I printed some of this or some parts for her in this. And then that was several months ago. I just took it after I dried it, printed some parts, put it back in the bag with the original desiccant, sealed it up as best I could, put it in the box, put it on the shelf. I pulled that out, tossed it in here, and put it on the dryer for 24 hours. Okay, 24-hour drying cycle. Hey, Mom, I am streaming, so. And we're down at 12% in this box after a drying cycle. And the plan is just to keep this and do status checks on it over the next several weeks, just to see how well it retains this highly hygroscopic filament at a low relative humidity level. All right, so that's kind of like why this one is here. I just want to see how basically how well the box seals and stays sealed. And then, like I said, we will be starting some prints. I need to re-spool the the fusion filament spools onto bamboo spools because these are too big and they will not roll in the AMS. And I am going to do some multicolor prints on that stuff. So, oh, and it's Derby Day. Okay, West 3. I didn't realize it was Derby Day. Ooh, maybe West 3D Dan likes stabby the bag. You know, maybe so. So when I open these up, the Polymaker bags, I open them up appropriately. Sorry, West 3. But like the Fadus bag, it's not a resealable bag. So we did stabby those with Nick on the stream. Just to say, like, hey, we do stab bags. Yeah. And like I said, folks, this is probably going to be the shortest Digital Dragon Saturday stream on record because my family just showed up. My mom's sitting like right off camera over here, just letting me know that she's here and giving me the stink eye, the sideways stink eye, so that I would stop streaming and pay attention. So, what's the average moisture percentage of a given spool of filament? Very good question. Deek or Chi-Town Deek. So here's the thing. All we can do is evaluate the relative humidity of the environment. So I can check the relative humidity of this space, as in this room. I can check the relative humidity of this box, the volume within this box. I can't tell you how much of that humidity is in this cardboard spool versus in the filament versus in the air. I can just tell you that it's reading 12% relative humidity in the volume that is this air in this box. I can't tell you without a lot more high precision scientific equipment the relative humidity that's in a portion of the filament. And even that, it's going to be different because the filament that's in the more towards the center of the roll isn't going to have as much contact with the air as the filament that's on the outer edge of the spool. Right? So that's why we're talking about relative humidity in the box. Okay? Run for the roses. Yep. So yeah, that's the thing. That's what you're checking is the relative humidity of the environment. And this is a sealed box with O-ring seals and stuff. And I did bake this because once again, this had been opened, dried, printed with, put back in its bag with a thing of desiccant, and then put on the shelf. And I wasn't sure how good of a seal I had on the bag. So I did run this for a full 24-hour cycle. Every single one of these boxes, when I first pulled it out, I put desiccant in the desiccant tray, put the lid back on that, hold the tab. Every single one of them read initially 44%. I put it in the box, sealed the box. And for whatever reason, the AE-worthy glass filled has come down to 11%. All of these other filaments have only come down to around 30% relative humidity. Why? I don't know. Same desiccant, same amount of desiccant, same volume of air within the box, relatively speaking. I don't know why this one's coming down more than these, and it just could be that this was vacuum sealed very well, where these weren't like very tight vacuum seals. Like you saw the Atomic Fusion dark cherry red that I had, where that there was, the bag was not like really vacuum sealed down like you get with like a Polymaker filament. That means there's more room for air in that bag, which means there's more opportunity for the filament to soak in moisture. So what I'm going to do is, now that these are all stabilized, I'm going to throw one of these on the dryer and see if I can pull it down even further. Um, but I think getting these down at 30 with just desiccant without applying any heat is pretty good, because that's a 10% drop in relative humidity from starting point to now. That's not bad. Now we're going to apply some heat and see where this goes. But like I said, folks, this is going to be a short stream. I may jump on later today or tomorrow, just to make up some time, because once again, I'm getting the glaring side eye over here, so I do need to get ready to go. But yes, Pez Liz, if I do come back in stream either later today or tomorrow, I will be wearing my Pez Liz shirt. If it's tomorrow, or later today, I may have a Pez Liz mug as well, to show the love. But thank you everybody for being here and sharing your time with me this early on a Saturday morning. Like I said, we will come back and we will come back and stream a little bit later. We'll show off some more prints, and we will be working on the BlackBox down here. We'll make its way back up onto the bench, and we will start working on finishing down the punch down list and getting ready for commissioning of that printer. So the commissioning process is really checking the movement, setting up the software, and then going through and starting to align all of the tools to make sure we get consistent pickup and drop off of a tool, and then that we get the same physical face alignment of all 5 tool heads using our CXC. So, yep, thank you, Pez, and Mr. Wizix and Nick and everybody else for the well wishes for my anniversary and some family time. I appreciate it. Apparently, we're going to go to the local nursery called Big Bloomers, and then we're going to go out and have a lunch somewhere, and we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, we'll come back tonight or tomorrow for a little bit longer stream. Thank you. She says she won't take me all day from you guys. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you guys later. And it won't be an imprinting color stream, I promise. We will have a printer up here and working. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you a little bit later. Is there anybody up that we can raid out to, or are we just too early for everybody else? If anybody's up. Stephen Poole, Maker Deck, Chris Perillo. You know what? We haven't done this in a while. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump over to Maker Deck. We need to get Digital Dragon to wear a Pez dispenser hairband thingy. Yeah, well, we might have to put some Velcro on it, and then I'll put a Velcro strip on it just so it sticks on. I don't know. We can figure that out. We've got technology for that. Maybe do a TPU internal headband because that'll stick to the bare head a little bit more. But oh, Bricks O'Brien. I do not know Bricks O'Brien, so let me throw that in here. Um, Bricks O'Brien. I'm assuming he is a brick builder, hey? The brick builder would be a Lego person for those that don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and get that raid started. Thank you for the suggestion, Pez and Westery. And you guys have a good one. Come on over with the raid, and I will see you guys later in today. Bye now, folks.